as we get another Kyle in the ear there. And I kind of feel like they're going to be the ones with higher win rates than both Monkey King and Tiny together. So I feel like OG should win this. I don't know. But at the same time, how do I bet against Monkey King and Tiny? How do you not take that?
I'll tell you what I see.
What's that?
I see 9 heroes with some sort of a stun.
Okay. So who doesn't?
That's pretty hype.
That is pretty hype.
Just Clinks. It's the only one. All right, I'm counting Overgrowth. All right, guys will just have to deal. And I'm also counting Warstall.
Okay.
Just, I think that's fair.
Sick. I like it.
So 5 stuns versus 4 stuns, easy Dota.
Easy
I
Dota.
mean, Aster just wins.
I think so. Game number 2, Aster just gonna win it. We already called that OG was gonna win it, so take wherever you feel like as we go into this one. And several of the most picked and most banned heroes throughout the entire tournament being made to let through the entire draft phase. I feel like that's a little bit of a flex by OG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like take your Monkey King, take your Tiny. We
Let's
don't
see
care.
what we got. Obviously you're coming to a tournament expecting those heroes to be on the enemy team potentially, so you want to be ready for them.
Time will tell what ends up happening as we go into this one, and of course one of the big things to watch for will be, can they build up those stacks for Sumail and eventually take them down?
Yeah, we could run you guys through the game plan. If you missed that game, pretty much OG are extremely keen on getting as many ancient stacks as you can imagine for a Maelstrom rushed Clinks. And that's really all there is to it. And the way that they accelerate this Clinks is unlike anyone else at the tournament in terms of like how much they're dumping into their position 1. His XP is just absolutely out of control, and he just scales very, very quickly. Now, we didn't even get a chance to talk about this because it just kind of happened snap pick at the end of the draft, but a Dragon Knight coming out this late, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not a hero that is getting a whole lot of love these days.
No, but I think it fulfills very much the same role that it did that made it so strong before, which was that like point, click, stun, and just get it done. And also a hero that very rarely is going to lose the lane and end up in a terrible position. That being said, there is some danger with the Lina. Lina, a hero that can put on a ton of hurt, particularly if, things get a little bit too far forward. But, I would imagine Thompson will be fine here.
Looks like he's 2 and 3 so far at TI.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 wins coming from Elephant and IG. All right.
Sorry, friend.
We'll see. I think they just need like the jump in stun, right? This way, the Tide obviously is gonna have a very hard time going in first because it's a support Tide, pretty unlikely to be itemized towards a Blink Dagger on the earlier part of this game. So Thompson's job will be to go in there, garner some vision for the squad, can also of course capitalize on the vision potentially of the Beastmaster to just get like straight up good initiations to lead into easy kills. But sometimes you gotta go in a little bit blind, and DK is a great hero for that.
Particularly if you just pop that ulti, you've got the range that you need. It sort of feels like what we saw from the Legion commanders recently as well.
Yeah. And particularly when you have this persona.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Gives you strength.
Totally. Praise the moon of Mayne, as Lacoste says.
Oh man, I need some Mirana games. I didn't hear that spammed. That's a worthwhile investment.
Sing-song voice, yeah, it's rough. So at least now we've talked some about the Monkey King in the support role. Seeing it go up against a Tidehunter, kind of interesting there. I mean, there is a lot of potential for damage, but he's already used his Boundless Strike, dodges some of that damage with the Mischief, but will need to retreat away. I think he dodged both projectiles, with the Gush and the right-click from Sumail at the same time.
Damn.
That was cool.
I will say the Monkey King feels pretty good. We talked about an Ogre as a support, and that was one of the heroes that, like, even when the Monkey King support was bad, you could get away with it just because of, like, how Ogre wants to play and trade in the lane. And I think the support Tide you can get a lot of that same value with. But in this case, only when the Clinks isn't sitting there ready to also contribute, obviously, because with some minus armor, you don't really want to mess with the Tide too much if Clinks is helping out.
Absolutely. It can be very painful. And those right clicks that come through, they just hit that much harder. White Album now going to push the wave underneath the DK's tower, and looks like it's going to force out a couple of missed hits there maybe. But nonetheless, one thing that I feel like we've seen as a struggle over the past couple of days has been Lina's and the inability to make rotations happen and find secure kills pretty easily. As Soxa gonna take some extra damage there, push back, Lana, some trouble, pulled away, and the right clicks won't be enough to force down that Treant Protector. But that's something that I'm maybe a little bit concerned about.
Yeah.
If they can actually sort of connect for kills with the Lina.
I guess ever since that item build of just like straight up Yules has gone out of favor, it's felt like a struggle. You know, it used to feel so simple. You just grabbed a rune, went, tossed something up, they just died.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to abuse the ridiculous right click she can have because, you know, in some of the theory crafting Dota, of course, she can be one of the best carries in the entire game.
Right.
When you do purchase up those big damage items, and so leading from the bots and the BKB lets you go into that path so much sooner than like some crazy late game like 90-minute transition or something, right?
Yeah. Well, and of course, then the only big problem that you ran into is like who's actually making moves on the map, and is anybody able to do anything, or is it just like sit back and AFK farm time? Which, based upon OG's lineup, I don't think that they're going to allow him to do that. That's the other good thing about this DK is Len's going to get pulled back in.
Bottom lane as well.
All the trees. Borax gets the first blood on a no-tail, but on the other side, OG able to claim one in exchange. So a 1-for-1 trade across the maps.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, while this tide's gone, now Borax gets the moment to just like run him down, get the Jingu stacks, trade a little bit back there too. And very big win for them down bottom to grab that kill. And then also all that punishment there. Now, this courier, no chance of dying too, so the boots will be delivered to Borax. That changes your game completely as support Monkey King, right? Like doubles your effectiveness basically if you have boots and the enemy support doesn't.
Super annoying to play against. It makes it that much harder for No Tail here.
He's got 50 MS over. He's just like straight up just gonna jump all over him. You think Monkey, like without the boots, has done a lot, but Borax, he really values this early.
They're going on to Sumail. Oh, good slowdown there. That was needed. Instead, they turn their sights on to No Tail. Needs one more hit. Builds up that region. Borax, dodges it.
That was so good.
Yo, Mischief's still pretty good.
So now after this game, every Monkey King's going to start buying brown boots, by the way. They all don't buy it. And all it takes is one game from Bobica, and they'll be like, oh, is this the build? Am I supposed to buy boots? We got like 40-minute monkeys with no boots right now.
Monet, gotta run away. Tree armor, keeping them survivable, though.
Real talk, though, it's all about what support you're versus. So
okay.
I think that this is why it's so valuable here. I think it's an excellent read. It's a heavy investment, right? That's a lot of gold for a support player. Sumail down bottom. He's almost dead. He is dead.
It says again.
Whoa! You know,
it's the move.
This ain't your grandpa's Doom, all right? This guy's got phase boots and ring of protection. He has armor, all right? Common misconception. This guy, he's back in the armor department. A couple of those, you know, literally unkillable patches later. Hero's very scary.
He's incredibly strong. Doom is one of those heroes too that, like, you know, if you can get off to that hot start, and particularly like make these kills happen before level 6, it's gonna be deadly. Some trouble. Well, they make the rotation over, but the tree armor again.
God, you need this kill, man.
Dude, making the moves. The haste rune, they're trying to find this finish. White Album does a little juke, hide around, land him. Laguna Blade comes out, gives him the high five, and then the stun, the follow-up chase down. Wants to get him, but can't quite.
And it, man, that haste rune.
Yeah.
So close to running out too. That ends just a moment sooner. He gets caught there.
Oh, not gonna be able to get it. But yeah, I'm still looking at this OG lineup and seeing the potential for ramp up and how quickly they can take down towers. But so far, Aster looking good, and even gonna Doom down bottom. XXS just runs him down under the tower.
Early free kill with Doom, all right. And that Midas is getting pretty close here, about 1,000 gold away.
Thompson? I mean, I guess that he's fine.
Yeah, he's just trading lanes with Sumail. Sumail can now play a little bit closer to the Ancients and just be a bit safer in this mid lane, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, something was needed because
Courier
couldn't be there anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want boots, Thompson? Because those are gone now.
Not going to happen.
No.
Get gone. But the stun. White Album.
Yo, Aster.
Aster,
Another big lead early. 5-1 on the kills and a scared Thompson. I mean, huddling under the tower.
This is scary. This is a real big problem. OG, not where they want to be here in the opening of day 2 groups. Like, I don't know. You end up losing 0-2 to Aster. Suddenly, you start to, like, it was looking easy peasy for them. But there's some danger about, like, you know, having to go in through the lower bracket.
Well, the key for them now will be finding this ramp-up strategy that they've had with the Clinks here. So, oh, he can't even get the stack off right now, actually.
I mean, that's still a lot of gold for him, though.
Yeah.
If we're going to be honest.
He's a little bit too busy with these camps, waiting for the next barrage. Can't handle the Ancients at the same time. And he is close to Maelstrom, so soon.
Oh, is Bobica going to scout these out? Borax moving around this area.
Oh, is he going to do the ward? Oh, he doesn't have it.
Yeah, so
now look at this XP split, though.
Yeah, if he can get some of that on the Monkey King.
Oh, he cut
him. All right, well, I think Borax should be fine. Oh, no, he's in trouble.
In, dude.
Boundless Strike. Does he get it? Oh, it hits on all the creeps, too. Wait a minute, he might just kill Sumail. Bobica trying to find the finish here, but the slowdown comes in.
No, please don't die after all this.
Oh, man. They try and bring him down. Eventually, they will.
That was going to be the sickest highlight ever.
That would have been so amazing.
This guy's brain is a little too big. It started swelling.
I mean, they need to bring in No-Tail to help out. No-Tail's the same level as Sumail. That's not a good thing.
No, it's really not.
Wow.
This dude's saddest farm I've ever seen.
He's tangoing. Like, what?
Just like, you guys look, how barrage this thing at? Like, please give me a Maelstrom. Oh, nice. Ocean Heart. Now let's go sit in the river.
Oh.
What is a boy to do? Well, his teammates are going to go up top and pressure this tower. Dragon form from Thompson. Counter pressure on the bottom lane. It's only one hero. It's XXS, so that is a bit of a win for Aster. It's only a win, though, if they actually do something about this triple siege. And with their Train Protector, you hate losing towers, but this one's gone. And a Hawk was spawning on him. I think he's gone, though.
Yeah, he's just going to walk away from that one. In the mid lane, they were able to take the tier 1 tower also. So White Album making action happen. Again, like the biggest comeback. Freaking Michael Jordan moment. Flu-like symptoms. Coming back and saving the day for Aster.
Well, there you go. Monet, though, does eventually get the tower for himself. So, very well done.
10 minutes. 2,000 gold lead. Aster trying to control this side of the map. OG Thompson is sort of inhabiting that like Beastmaster-esque role of keeping this lane pushed out, where Seb is the actual Beastmaster hiding away. You okay there?
Yeah. You know, they have a Beastmaster, so it's cool, but
no, I mean,
Seb's like, I got this one, guys.
Thompson's like, I want to do it for a little bit. I want to play DK. Who wants to play DK?
I don't know how fast they clicked it, or how fast they clicked it. Clearly, he did.
That's true.
He's into it. So, back towards the mid tower. Seb is going to wrap from the jungle. They actually planted this ward on their first attempt on the tower when they tried to dive onto the Lina, and it's been sitting there the whole time, giving them lots of good vision around it. So they know there's not a lot of defense currently planted here. The heroes now arrive. There is a Doom, and another great cut.
Dude, they saw him jump into that tree. Whoa. Oh, the bait. It was all a bait. Yep. It was a ploy. They jump in. The Ravage connects onto all 5 heroes. And that might stop this. Yeah. I mean, Aster keeps their tower alive.
I feel like I'm okay with that trade. Support ultis.
Yeah.
All that matters is saving this tower, though. With the living armor, it is maxed right now. You do not want to lose your mid tower at 11 minutes. You can't. There's no way.
All right.
Don't let it happen.
Win for Aster. They hold on. Oh, but if they all spread out again and then OG just walk into the mid and take it, that'd be really sad.
Well, they have the ward, right? So they're going to know if they do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the main issue. And Thompson is just not giving up.
Dude, look at this. I mean, everybody TP'd before, so he can actually kind of like pressure this here. And White Album Monet looking for a fight over to the side here. Seb gets it. Lift, roar, jump. Blown up. White Album caught by Seb, and Thompson not giving up, has a DD now. Somebody needs to come to address this. They're coming for you. Drops down the spray. And dude, all those heroes that TP'd in and they come in and take it back like this, that can't happen as Aster. Oh, man. But Sumail? Uh-oh. There's a Doom. Does he have dust? Nothing.
Everybody gets one. Right?
Yeah.
Next time he'll have dust. That's the lesson you learn. Stick, not worth it. Dust, worth it.
Every time. Blink Dagger done for DK now. It's definitely a push lineup from OG. And they need to keep the pressure on. You got Beastmaster. You got DK Beastmaster. You get my point there. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to move on.
The tiniest cheer for OG there. The crowd. It's like, yay, the tower. We did it. Took 3 tries, but it's gone.
But yeah, this is, I mean, kind of I guess, inflection point in the game, it feels like. As Aster, like, do you just sort of keep staying back and farming? Like, do you need to try and make an aggressive move themselves? They've got this Doom that's, like, incredibly stacked up. Top net worth by a pretty wide margin.
I think you're all right just chilling a little bit because you have this timing of the Lina that you're mostly playing for, right?
Okay.
So that's what we want to opt towards, is wait for that BKB to be the main issue. And, I mean, Shadowblade on Tiny also, you know, it's going to appear sooner rather than later because it's going to be very active on these waves.
Sumail. Chase. Ravage, though. Oh, no.
Nice
they get him again.
Ravage.
Unreal by OG.
That was a big rotation, so if they only got the kill on Borax, that doesn't feel that great, but they're going to turn this into something else. They have a Solar Crest. They go right into the Roche pit.
This is really nice by OG.
Can you imagine if Sumail died from this because they decided to fight, though? He is so low.
Yeah,
300
scary.
HP.
No monkey. And they don't have great vision in the area either, so OG, they're going to get this freebie. Impressive showing.
It's so important to turn those little ultis like that, you know, like save your carry, kill support, but actually do something. Like, there's been discussions, like, you've seen a lot of the games today. When I check back on the final totals, the team with more kills is just losing games.
Yeah.
Because these situations are happening where, like, the kills don't matter as much because people are more willing to, like, kind of roam around as 5 or even position 4 and just throw away their body to, like, get good vision, get maybe, like, D-Ward a ward sometimes even.
Right.
Just do something for the team and give their 1 and their 2 a lot of space to farm on the map. You know, you try and do that as Bobka. They're going for a little bit of a risky attempt on the kill that could have paid off big. That risk reward seemed okay, but they got punished very hard by just losing that Roche for nothing.
Well, and I think that felt like almost a planned execution by OG, right? Like, put your heroes in a position on the map where it's like, okay, if they go and gank Sumail, we're going to rotate as everybody to respond. But he's on the side of the map where Roche is.
Yeah, where something actually happens if we do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's some cool stuff going on there. And, oh, don't look now. Hello, hello. Thompson jumps forward, blinks, finds the stun, but there's no follow-up afterwards. White Album gonna get that Laguna Blade out, trying to bring down Thompson. The tree armor, it's not enough. So that's Aegis down in exchange for the Lina. OG. They find themselves a pretty good pick there.
Those axes, they just barely missed Borax.
They're going to try and keep this tower alive, but OG, they got something to say about it. Oh, they missed the tree again. It's got to bounce around everywhere here. The wrap coming from the Doom again for a round 2. Eking ultimate down. There's the overgrowth afterwards. XXS moving into position. Thompson trying to back away. This Doom got his sight set.
They don't want to doom him. They don't want to waste it.
To that DK, and a good breathe fire through onto all. But they will eventually connect, and now the chase down. Able to connect onto No Tail. He falls as well, and XXS barely living through this one. 65 HP does get brought down by Soxa on Borax. But nonetheless, things getting very close here.
Yeah, that certainly could have been worse. Now they want to use that ward that Bubka dropped down during that fight to try and capitalize onto Seb.
Yet again, pulls him in. Abba, toss, done. Can White Album find another? Thought about it, but it's a bit dangerous.
8-6, big wins here. Kills on the Lina and the Doom to pump up their net worth. And Soxa trying to hang around and be a bit cheeky here with the Dragon Slave and the Fade Bolt. Wants to catch this next wave and actually wants to catch Alina on it. No Tail's coming too.
Up top,
she's keeping up her movement speed though with the LSA drop down. Means it's not available for a defensive stun, but it keeps her moving fast. Caught once.
Pulled back. No Tail. Looking, TP away. Is it enough? No. No Tail. Gets the finish there. And another death onto White Album.
Thought he'd play there by like TV right away. Force Ravage might even still get out after.
Yeah.
Potentially, but Clinks being there is just no way that you're going to survive there. Now No Tail, excellent D-ward there. Kind of knew where that play came from. They killed Seb. They likely had vision, and he indeed was correct. So very interesting to watch OG just go right back for this Beastmaster, which of course they loved so much on this team for a long time. And after seeing that last game, I'm sure thought things like, you know what, I bet their game was a lot easier with all that vision.
Thompson jumped, doomed, in some trouble. Ava toss, Ravage interrupting, trying to take it onto 3. Mute is there though, and the chase down will continue. They get one, can they find any more? Taking couriers down even. No tail, gets jumped on. Sumail decides to turn to fight, but Porax just gets obliterated. It was way too much damage. Now, one thing to watch for, White Album is moving into the area and has a bottled DD.
The Faye grenade. He's tracked. They know.
Thinking on him. Sumail's right on top of him. The wrap is coming. Sumail has to be careful here. He's getting trapped on. They scan, they catch him, and there it is, the DD out. Sumail stepped too far and ends up getting punished. Now Saksa getting chased as well. He's gonna go for the toss play. Nicely done to throw in XXS. And OG just getting a little bit too far forward.
Saksa even just accepting his fate there by Faye bolting the creep wave.
Yeah,
I'm dead. Go for some last hits though, if I could, please. So that 3x kill streak that he had too, that's just been passed over to Monet. So Monet now second on the net worth by 200 gold over top of Sumail, and the big winner, the breadwinner as it were, for Aster, XXS. Stacking it up too. Yeah, he is quite giant. Even for a Doom, he's up there right now. Thinking about going for the Shivas. Help the team out versus this Clinks. I think right now the Ravages haven't looked that frightening. Obviously to support Tide, but like mostly I'm thinking the actual combinations, like things that you can do during the Ravage. I feel like they're getting really big Ravages, and then they all get unstunned. Like the axes flew through them all, and I was like, whoa, woo, scary. But they need Clinks, right? They need the big damage. They need a barrage comboed up with this Ravage before they get the big guns.
And it's almost maybe like a type of situation where you might have to play some like the old Clinks, where you go for like a pick off first on the little side initiation thing with a Beastmaster or what have you, because he is all of their damage. And the unfortunate problem with this is that if he shows, XXS, he's got a target. There's only one he needs to hit really. So 8-7, it's 5,000 gold lead. And OG stuck waiting to get in towards the next Roche. Going for that Scotty next.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
God, the Tumbler's toy. It's just
gotta keep up your speed,
The noise is just so out of place.
There's quite the difference. I mean, typical to OG, the camps being stacked quite heavily for themselves. Well known for that as a general. That's our keystone to how they want to play.
That is the type of play together energy. Also, you tend to see a lot of assists come out from them, but this game at the very least, they're going to go for a quick pick-off here. White Album would be a great target, but they don't feel comfortable going up the ramp. Even with the Hawk, it's a little bit scary.
Inching away here.
I know. They're waiting for an opening. I mean, how many times have we seen these fights from OG right in this area, and they just go terribly around?
This tower, it's going to be max HP.
This could be bad. XXS spots him right at the start. Looking for it. Gets the Doom off. In some trouble. Overgrowth afterwards. The rest of the team's TPing in, but they won't save him. He's done.
XXS going to grab the kill in the end. Not a great steal. I don't know. It depends. I guess in this game, it actually is pretty good for Saksa.
Yeah.
You tend to think of like these
Dire's top tower
these big like fight turning spells, but in the way that they have to play right now, the tree dance is pretty nice to have. Oh, hello.
I see you're on a tree as well.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He's just coming back. This is a long. He knows there's no boundless strike, but this is still kind of scary.
Oh, they got him though. Oh, he jumps
they
down.
have the Ravage, dude. No tail's just in.
He's backing out now. Monet. Gonna Shadow Blade and back out of there. Drops down the Sentry Ward.
Oh, that ward though. Spots Thompson's rotation through, so they're just out of there. And they still have the backable White Album back here.
Yeah. Good play. So another instance of Aster pulling OG around the map a little bit. I'm unclear what the game plan is now for OG. Like, it still feels like it's the same type of thing, which is just get Clink's huge, but
Clinks.
it's not like we're not seeing that acceleration. They haven't been able to do it as well.
He has spent a lot of time trying to get to fights
Yeah.
and trying to. Feels like fights are happening and he's just like running his way there. By the time he gets there, it's
this
over.
as another
Yeah.
Avatos and dead. Tops. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Have I spoken too soon? Thompson backing out of there. Oh, and he eventually burns down. And then the big jump in for Borax. Hits him, jumps the other tree, gets off the Wukong's command.
Sumail threw 2 right clicks on heroes and then hit a neutral camp during that fight after running the whole way there. That's kind of been his experience this game. The need to be there as a threat, but then his allies still die.
And now the break, the chase, the kill. Aster just running circles around OG right now.
Ownage indeed. And now XXS chasing with the vision from the Shiva's Guard. Get out of the trees.
Soxa, he knows right where he is. Gonna connect. The TP animation even finishes off basically there. Everybody dying all across the map. OG just don't have an answer. They haven't for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and Sumail's just not even sure what to do. He's running around the mid lane here. Gonna try and clear out this wave and maybe think about invising towards their Ancients. I feel like he knows that that's the part of the map where they're not playing right now.
Right.
Because his own Ancients are just gone.
There's no chance for him to sort of start stacking stuff up there. Seb reveals himself.
I'm gonna start a fight. They've ultied on the DK. They got to engage.
This is not gonna work. There's no way this is good. Sumail trying to run away. Lanham taking some good damage, but the root is out. Monet, Ava, toss. Thompson wanted to go for the stun. They still managed to kill in the duration of Monet being stunned. BKB from White Album. They back away. And nothing left here for OG. They've got to find a way to make Sumail like have the damage he needs, and it's just not happening.
They actually just can't find a play. They keep trying. And, you know, last game we credited a lot of that to the Hawks and the vision that Aster had that allowed them to sort of play this style of them being ahead, feeling like they're in control of the match, and that OG are struggling to really make the moves. Well, OG have the Beastmaster, they have the Hawks, and they still can't get anywhere. Because, again, Aster have chosen a different route for their vision. They've got this Bobica Monkey King, and he's really helping them in that regard with not only like the actual tree dance vision itself, but the placements that he can get on these wards have been pretty sneaky throughout the game.
True.
Right now, he probably has a few stacked up, because I don't see many wards down on the map for them right now. And I got a couple of them killing on trees, or chilling on trees. So I'd like to see a couple more wards out here from Borax as we prep for this Eggs Shard Roche.
Well, the game has slowly but steadily continued to favor Aster, and Doom now has been at top of the net worth for a very long time, going towards that refresher next. And do we see any move? OG, they're gonna smoke up and getting ready to head in for this fight around the Roche pit.
Trying to kill a Hawk with the Boundless Strike. No Tail looking for a potential 4-staff Ravage, but needs to make sure the allies are there to follow up.
A little bit.
Seb might lose the smoke here with the Invis Tiny.
Oh, blinks down.
Vision? Do they have any vision?
They don't. They have nothing. They see Seb. Reveals himself now. Jump in. Hoof stomp. Able to connect. Roar is out. Does he have buyback if he ends up going down? There's the no-tail Ravage. It comes out. It connects. They have the buyback on the Rubik. White Album going to retreat away, but they're saving the buyback on the Doom.
Interesting.
So no Tidehunter. I think that they don't want to buy back if they don't have to. And stun out. There's the buyback. Now he's going to come into this fight. Able to get the stun there. The Boundless Strike onto Sumail. Controlled, rooted, in some trouble. The jump forward, the catch, and the kill. Thompson going to fall. And now they find the Beastmaster. Lift up afterwards, though. Coming from Soxa, trying to buy a little bit of space. But it is all for naught. As Aster stream into the Roche pit. Win the fight. And now going to claim the prize.
Kind of felt like they just weren't respecting Monet there. Or, I mean, they just felt like any sentry they place just gets destroyed, but I mean, they didn't know. Tiny's just lurking there, Invis, and how are you going to get a good fight when that happens?
Maybe they thought that he didn't have buyback, too, on the Doom, potentially.
Yeah, maybe.
But regardless, Aster take full advantage here. And now 15,000 gold lead. With the Aegis in hand, Sumail going back to finish off these Ancients. Hoping to salvage something.
Yeah.
That's like literally it.
And of course, another Invis tool upgraded here with the White Album Silver Edge available, which is just bad news for No Tail again, as now we'll have one on both the Tiny and the Lina. And, you know, a Doom. So, Ravages, just let them rip at this point if you're tied. Just hope you get it off,
have
right?
to go.
Just mash that R key as fast as you can.
Just Ravage right now. Maybe you'll hit him. Why not? Oh, it's on cooldown. That's why.
And just like last game, far down at the, you know, 25-ish minute mark last time, I believe, when they did the same play. No Tail had to buy a gem. So he purchases one once more. That means that one death is just going to cost you so much more, but you have to find some way to know what they're up to. In this case, you just got to get rid of their sentries so you can keep some on the map to stop these invis initiations.
It's so devastating if you just can't move out and have any vision on the map. And I will say that this Aster lineup, I mean, props to coming in with a plan. They've done great. Oh my god, and they caught him again. Sumail trying to back away. No Tail taking the brunt of the right clicks, will eventually fall. Now, can they get out of here with them? They get the vision, LSA. Barely getting home. TP to the tower. Oh man. I will mention that things have, there's been a few less chat wheels I've been noticing over the past couple of minutes here.
Very interesting.
I don't know how that happened.
Monet's been on it. He's still chat wheeling, so it's fine.
True.
He's got it covered. He's making up for them.
9-22. What a game from Aster. This Doom looks really good. I wonder if this hero's going to, like, with more 4 Protect 1, I actually really like the idea of it sort of taking off a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Radiant's top tower
you could
is
just
under
eliminate this one giant hero, especially the way that OG specifically have been trying to play this. Like,
Yeah.
they're even a little bit more balanced, I would say, this game than usual. But maybe that's just because Sumail's so much further down. You kind of expect him to be like 22 or something right now.
Right.
Not so much 15K.
True enough.
Radiant structures
Well, they're going to start walking up and hitting that tier 3 tower. You can see the comparison here.
Yep.
Very much so far, still all of the bulk of the damage on Sumail, but it's just from so many different places on Aster, it feels like. You get a ton from Monet, ton from White Album, XXS as well.
And you can't beat that building damage. Ooh, 4-step in. Trying to get a little bit of a punish there, but Lotus help protect. And Monet can just go back to hitting towers. He has 2 minutes of Aegis, so.
They're just splitting with Sumail. He is not here.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll back away for a moment. And as we approach this 30-minute mark, just past it, Bounty Rune's going to be claimed. It does appear that Aster are going to play it a little bit safer, go for a smoke play, get the rune, head out.
Pretty much a defensive smoke here, just to give themselves a little bit of a boost out. And, you know, if there are wards in this area, not necessarily let OG know where they're off to, because this is a classic example of when your enemy wants to smoke on the Radiant. Like, they're even gonna smoke, I think.
Oh my god, they found him.
Oh, that's
Sumail,
bad.
he's done.
Best case scenario right here.
Wow.
He is fast, though.
They chase down.
Not fast enough.
Not even close. Wait, a fight though brewing over in the jungle.
They don't
try
want
to
it
get
anymore.
over. Yeah, they got to run away. They're going to take the outpost away. Aster, no mercy.
They are crushing them, these 2 games. They have OG's number. I don't know who was doing the study up or whatever, but this is clear domination coming out from Team Aster.
Game number 1, it looked at moments like it could have gone either way, but Aster came out with the victory. Game number 2, not particularly close.
TI winners, T Masters.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that must be what it is.
Stun. Still, the tree armor is there. Monet does not appear to care. Has the BKB ready if things get a little bit too dicey. 25 seconds left on this Aegis. OG, if they could, would love to be able to find a kill on this right as that Aegis is about to expire, but Aster not going to give him that opportunity.
I feel like they're the kind of team right now, like they have so much confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if they just held high ground there and went for a fight. But they have a ward down. They're actually spotting this movement in from Seb and Thompson. If they want to go back and engage,
But now they're walking
they have
their
a chance.
ward.
Did they just smoke under the ward?
They did.
They de-warded it first, though, to be fair.
I mean, OG have a ward over in this area where Aster are running away from. So that will be a retreat. White Album on the other side of the map. Do they hold this high ground here? You can see right now the Bobica movement has just been all over this place. The whole freaking map, basically.
You know, his name should change to Double Doom when you hit a refresher.
Okay.
Because he's no longer just Doom.
Yeah, that's right. I like that.
It is there. It's ready. And Aster just very chill. little bit like, flowchart Dota. They're going through their list here. They know that once you complete this, you move on to this, you follow the little arrows, and you just do exactly what you're supposed to. And eventually you'll win the game of Dota. Now, mind you, OG are the masters of sowing some sort of confusion and, and some conflict into that initial plan. They want to get out there, maybe cut a creep wave. Or for some reason, 4 of them are like in your triangle, but you never expected it. That's the kind of stuff that they're up to. They're going to need like 8 of those plays to come back into this game.
But if there's a way,
yep,
they'll find it. We'll see, though, if it actually ends up happening. Oh, Sumail. Oh. Oh, my God. Wait, do they have a gem?
They have a lot of heroes.
Trying to bring him down to have it, though. Oh, man, an XXS gets the stomp. Will eventually die. But it's going to come at the price of Sumail's life as he gets jumped on and taken down. But they did get the Doom.
Wasn't a trade, unfortunately, though. And the fact that it's Clinkz being gone is
that one hurts.
Pretty serious issue for all OG. I can't believe that Dota Plus them at 23. Actually, their percentage went up. Has them at 25% chance to win.
Really?
That is way too high. I don't know Dota Plus.
That's crazy.
24 now. I can't say I agree with that one.
They must think that Clinkz is just really good at or like, I don't know, Tiny's really bad or something. I don't know what's going on there with Dota Plus, but they must know something we don't, because this looks very good for Aster. 21,000 gold.
Yeah, and you see Monet 509. Like, now he's a blink.
Yeah.
So, much easier to play your game as Tiny. You're not as reliant on your allies. And when OG is going to wind up in a situation where they're like cutting waves and going out, making individual plays around the map, the Blink Dagger is going to allow Monet to catch out some of these plays, but at the same time, move around the map a little bit faster to try and counteract those concepts.
So the pressure next, likely to come in just each of the lanes and then down the mid one from Aster. But of course, got to wait for that Doom before you can really make a concerted effort, as it's a little bit scary going in without the Doom, even with the Clinkz dead. If you get isolated, it's still a Beastmaster roar into just a whole bunch of pain. And anything else that really has changed the game state yet? I don't think so.
No, not really.
Yeah. Trying to go for a Shadow Blade for Seb.
Everyone's kind of just walking around.
All right, we got 2.5 minutes left on this Roche respawn here. And OG, again, on the verge. Things go poorly. Dropping down 2-0. And are they going to find anybody here? Monet stalking, thinking about going. Is it a bait, though? Thompson reveals himself. There's the break right at the start. And the jump out, but the pull away.
Oh, that's a defensive ravage, though.
Yeah.
That does not feel good.
I think that was a shard pullout coming from the Rubik. But not a bad way to sort of deal with that Monkey King, in fact. I actually think that that might be, I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, the polo is good.
Difference.
Yeah, 100%.
Lift, no tail, tries to back away. Tree armor not going to be enough to keep him alive.
Just that tree just smacking him.
Yeah. The living armor stolen by Sox is good, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Trying to keep this tower alive, trying to keep his allies alive, but Monet just hits too hard. And with Doom in tow, Aster ready to assault high ground, even before they end up coming in with the Aegis. So they're going to take that tier 2 and now back up, hold this high ground here. Man, what's the play for OG? Like, I honestly don't know where the hell you go at this point.
You need to look for deeper vision, right? We need to find some way to get the Hawks in solid spots and maybe utilize some smokes just for good wards to play around the Roche pit. I would say stalling out at this point to where the Roche is now returning without losing your racks is a win for OG.
Okay.
Sure, the net worth is still escalating in Aster's favor, but it's not at a place where it has really changed that much of the percentages in terms of you winning the fights. We're moving like 3 or 4 points, but if you lose one of these fights, you know, suddenly you're at like a 5% chance to win this game or something, especially if it's any fight near the actual Roche pit. So Aster in response, they've moved near the Roche pit where one would expect them to prep and set for it, and they're just smoking up. They're just waiting until OG shows someone.
Well, OG, they're going to show bottom. And obviously still no Lincolns online at all for any of these heroes. The TP.
Oh, no.
Mass
oh,
TP.
no.
And they'll catch one.
Nice wait. No panic there from Boboco because he had the vision on the Rubik and he just kind of sat there like, no, I'm clicking him. He's fine. He's not going to get out.
Roche responds. Everybody should know that this is online now because of the timing of it came super late. And Aster, do they try and force the issue here? Ooh, White Album.
Oh, that's the kind of kill they need. There's a blink on Seb, but it's not enough distance.
That would have been huge.
Yeah, I mean, he has the Lincolns, right? So what can he actually do?
You would have had to like force or something first. It's no tail with the force, though.
Yeah. They actually don't have an answer to those two heroes.
No.
That's a problem.
No, it's a big
He needs like a neutral item.
The big problem, Monet going to go in and just get this one for free. So they will head on in to the pit, take it on down here. Even going to drop the Wukong's command just in case anybody from the side of OG shows up. But this game, and again, this just sort of turnaround, playing with your players, you know, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it turns out, you know, the ones that you've been scrimming with and practicing with and spending an entire TBC season with tend to gel together a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know what's not gelling with me this game?
What's that?
This snap pick DK Thompson that they made look like it was just the bee's knees. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we knew you guys were going to take that tiny. We wanted Thompson on the DK.
Yeah, it was weird. It just, like...
It got the towers. I think it did help versus the tree, right? Because that makes sense, is that you're trying to knock down some of these earlier towers, but the ones that really mattered, they weren't able to knock down very easily.
It felt like the game was lost over by the Dire Outpost over and over again. There were so many fights that happened there. Now, granted, this one's not completely over, but it is so difficult for OG to win this. They're going to have to win, like, 3 fights, and, you know, that's basically going to pull them back even.
And there's still so many items that they want. Sumail wanting this Lincoln Sphere, trying to keep himself safe from the Doom. Of course, he might just Doom you again. You never know.
True. Invis.
Sumail's just trying to find some farm here, but at what
so
cost?
Many Shadow Blades, and it's not going to be enough. The Doom gets off. The Lotus won't be enough to keep him alive. As oh wait, the pull off to the side, not going to be enough. And it's White Album chasing. Seb also in some trouble. Tosses off to the side. Lanham getting involved with the tree toss into the tree toss with the tiny and the tiny. It was pretty well played.
Feels like OG are just constantly attempting. I mean, you know, they said that, you know, stay positive. Eventually we'll win. Maybe that's going to work. I think Aster probably feeling pretty positive right now with how this game's going. And the replay there just... he doesn't feel like he has a choice. And good Lotus, right? Excellently done there to help protect himself going in there on the Doom.
And one last round potentially. We'll see as they go on in, set their sights towards high ground. No Tail thinking about it. Gets doomed. Oh, it was the second one, and he might even have another in a moment. As does still have that refresher shard in the backpack, but no Ravage, no buyback. Aster,
he wants it.
Streaming in and ready to go. They get buyback just now from No Tail.
Get the tide again.
Looking for it, hoping for it. Thompson is out there. There's the refresher shard. Immediately out with the Ravage, but to no avail. Where is the follow-up damage? OG don't have it. With no clinks, there is no game. And with no game, you best call GG. As Aster take down the 2-time defending champions in a moment here, because I don't care how much you buy back on the DK and the Rubik, they're not going to stop these guys. Eyes on the prize. Aster finished this one off and take it down in the end. Incredible play from this team. They take them down 2-0. That's insane.
They just broke so many predictions for the day.
That's crazy.
Even after game 1, I was thinking like, you know, OG will bounce back.
Exactly.
I don't think they're going to get